the men's basketball all-time leading scorer, Nijal Pearson, joining us. Nijal, thanks for taking the time.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me.
2,122 points all-time, and obviously there was opportunity to add on to that, but what does that mean to you to be the all-time leading scorer?
Man, it means a lot. It's been a long process. It's been a lot of hours put into the gym, a lot of angry nights, sad nights, a lot of happy nights. It's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been a grind of a roller coaster. It's been ups, it's been downs, it's been highs, it's been lows. But I just remained the course and kept working hard. And everything else took care of itself. All the hours I put in against the ball just kept finding the bottom of the net for me, some type of way.
You touched on emotions, and obviously this team was on the path for something special. Y'all won that last game here at Strand Arena, and for the foreseeable future, that's the last Bobcat athletic event that we're going to have a chance to see for a while. So, can you just take me through the emotions?
Oh man, it's been everywhere because not only the season ended, and so when the season ended, of course, I was planning on using March as a way to boost my pro career as well, and show that I'm a winner, show that, do something for the city of San Marcos, do something for the university. I think it was time. It was, I feel like I owed it to the city, I owed it to the university to possibly go on a run in the NCAA tournament, not just make the NCAA tournament. I thought we had a chance to go on a run in the tournament, but so when that ended, that hurt, that was, probably one of the craziest events that ever happened in my life. And then from there, it also has been a while because college basketball stops. Okay, college basketball is over for me, but the NBA and overseas and all basketball has stopped. So, I'm a basketball player. I'm a student athlete. I'm about to graduate college, but I don't know what's next for me because of the coronavirus. Like what is next? I don't know, due to the current conditions of corona.
Because you're going to be finishing up with a degree in business this May, correct?
Yes, I am, man. Due to my scholarship and my summer aid and things like that, I actually was ahead. So I actually could have graduated in December, but I didn't want to graduate in the middle of the season. As far as school-wise, and the scholarship, that was wonderful for me. It set up everything perfectly for me, degree-wise, and set me up for life after basketball.
Hopefully things get back to normal by the start of the next professional season, and you would have been a lock for the Portsmouth Invitational. The best seniors in the country get invited to that as sort of a way to get scouted before the NBA draft.
Yeah.
That's not happening anymore. What are you kind of looking to do here to see what is next in your basketball playing career?
I just go through the whole thing with you. So, of course, NCAA, Sun Belt tournament, NCAA tournament, of course, those were going to be vital opportunities for me to showcase the things that I can do. It was going to be like a grand stage for me, a platform. Wasn't that was canceled. College basketball all-star game, Final Four weekend, I was a finalist of 75. They didn't cut the list yet. They cut it to 20, but I was a finalist. I like to think I would have been one of the finalists. So that's another platform or, showcase where I can show how talented I am and show that I can play at the next level. Along with that same weekend as the college basketball all-star game, I was trying to get in the college basketball three-point shootout. I was also playing in the 3-on-3 for seniors, the 3-on-3 showcase the same weekend. This is all one weekend, Final Four weekend. So those are, 3 vital events, and on top of Portsmouth. So those are plenty opportunities I had to showcase myself to the next level that I, showcase my talent and show that I belong playing professional basketball at the highest possible level that I can. Then all those things were canceled. So it kind of has everything in the whirlwind, so as of right now, man, I'm just staying ready, staying active, staying in shape. And of course, I'm still working on my game. And, when the time comes and the phone rings, I'm going to be ready.
You're famously worn number 22 for us. Could you tell us the story about why you're number 22?
All right. So growing up, I wore number 3. So I'm the third child of my mother. I have 2 older brothers. So I was third child, wore number 3. Then my older brother, who put the ball in my hand, he wore 22 when he was in high school. That's what number he wore. He liked the number 22. I don't really know why he liked the number 22. You know what I'm saying? I really can't say. I mean, I'm pretty sure he told me, but I probably forgot it. And he passed with spinal cancer. So he passed in 2011 or 2012. I was in the 7th grade. I know that for sure. I was started in 7th grade. So when he passed, I was 12 years old when he passed. When he passed, I mean, from there on, you know, I'm not gonna say from right that moment on, I just took basketball like as serious, you know, like let's go lock in all on basketball, do it for my brother like that, you know. But because of course, you know, people in grief, when someone passes, they go all type of directions. You know, it's just how some people grieve is different for others. But I mean, I did change my number immediately to 22, wore number 22. But I mean, it was an emotional whirlwind for me right there again. You know, it was a lot of growing up fast, a lot of, I mean, cause my brother was like the head of my household, as far as you know, he was the man of the house. So I mean, my mother was always there. You know, what I'm saying, doing everything that a mother could do, wonderful, amazing, superwoman, you know. But other than that, it was my brother. So he taught me, you know what I'm saying, everything, how to be a man, basically. So after that, number 22, you know what I'm saying, a few years still playing basketball, you know, wearing 22. And when I got like in about 10th grade, 10th, 11th grade, I just, like, my mindset just changed, you know what I'm saying? I guess I just grew up and I'm like, man, like, everything like that I'm putting into the game, you know, is more than just for me. You know what I'm saying? It's for the person that gave me the game, the person that taught me the game. And I just realized that the more I put into it, the more I get out of it. And I like the feeling that you get when you know what I'm saying, you get something out of it. So the motivation, the grind, and because I wasn't always a hard worker. Like, my brother used to work me out, and it's like, now I remember it now. I didn't always remember it like when I was working out, but now I remember it as I get older. And my brother used to work me out and try to put me through drills and stuff. And I used to be like, man, I ain't like, as I was younger though, I was like 10, 11, maybe 12, but like I didn't always want to work out. Like, he put me outside, made me do workouts, made me do this and that. I'm like, man, I ain't really trying to do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like, he getting on me because I'm not going hard enough, stuff like that. Like, I never hear stuff like that anymore, you know. I'm always going the hardest as I can, giving maximum effort. But yeah, so I mean, then just one time, like, I don't know how it came. Like, I mean, I guess he put something in my head one day, like, you know, from heaven, just put it on my mind, like, bro, it's time to go, you know what I'm saying? It's time to work. And from then on, man, I just like shot out of a rocket, man. But like when he passed, I started to work. Like, I worked out like around 7. Like, when he passed, I started to work out more because it was more like it was my way of dealing with grief. You know what I'm saying? So I just would like burn energy. Like, I stay busy. So I never had to think like that. Never had to think about losing them and stuff like that. So I would stay busy. I would work out a lot. Even in 7th, 8th grade, like, I was doing some of the same workouts I do today. You know, just working out with guys in college and high school and stuff like that. Not as much as basketball workouts, somewhat like retired guys, but it'd be like track workouts. And I used to run hills, man. That was a funny story. Like, I used to push like trucks and stuff like that, like junkyard workouts like that, and flipping tires. And man, that stuff used to be fun. It was hard, you know what I'm saying, but it was fun, and it all paid off in the long run.
Yeah, and you know, you didn't have any shortage of being pushed when you got here to Texas State. You know, out of Beaumont Central, you moved into San Marcos, and Danny Casper, you know, he's a demanding coach, but we go back a little bit to setting you up for a professional career. Man, he has a structured mindset on both ends of the court. He makes sure that you know what you're supposed to do on offense and defense, and it's not always easy, but you took to it right away, obviously.
I mean, yeah, playing for Coach Casper, like, of course, playing for Coach was super demanding, you know what I'm saying? So Coach made sure that all times that you're going to do what he, like, what you want him to do, you know what I'm saying? Because what he wants, it benefits the team the most. And what, you know what I'm saying, what don't benefit it, or will benefit the team. Like, if it doesn't work, Coach is going, like, he rather take his blame himself. So do it my way, you know. That's just like his mindset. Like, do it my way because I'm the head coach, and if it don't work, then the blame come on me. But if you do it elsewhere, it's like you do it another type of way, and I'm not teaching you this way. When stuff go wrong, they're gonna try to blame me, or like everybody gonna look at the head coach. Like, but I'm not telling you to do that, so don't do that. You know, see, like I'm gonna take the blame if something go wrong with my own stuff. But don't get outside of the box. And like that's it, it's his team, so you're gonna do it that way. But the way it works, obviously it works if you look at the, his statistical wins to losses to career, things like that. If you look at his career path, the way he does things works. So I mean, of course, he's super demanding, super analytical, super strategic. Like everything has a reason, and the I don't know what like the exact word, but he likes to pinpoint a lot of small things. Like he'd get mad at someone for being 2 inches, 3 to 4 or 5 inches away from where they're supposed to be at on the court. Things like that, especially defensively.
Yeah, I've seen those tape that he puts out for practice, and if you're like on the wrong side of the tape, he gets mad at you because he says you're, clogging up somebody else's lane and making the play run wrong. I can tell you right now, that triple overtime game against UTA this year, that was probably one of the most fun times I've had watching a basketball game in a long time.
Nah, that was a pretty intense game, man. That was a high-level basketball game. I mean, and the way the game started off, like, I was in a crazy zone, like, before the game. So, like, I'm coming into the game thinking, man, I'm about to go 30, 40, like that. Like, I'm finna kill. And off the muscle from the jump, like, UTA came out with, like, crazy defense on me. Like, they were not trying to let me touch the ball, like, they didn't care. We had a fast break. Like, we were at numbers 3-on-2, 2-on-3, whatever it was. We were winning the numbers. They're coming find me. They're giving up layups to, like, let my teammates score to stop me from scoring. And the whole time, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to win the game. So I'm telling that player, I'm like, man, that's dumb. Like, why y'all doing that? Things like that. But they didn't want to let me see the ball. I didn't take my first shot in that game until like 10 minutes on the clock. Attempted shot, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't touch the ball. I couldn't see good shots. I stayed in rhythm. I kept playing hard and I stayed resilient, and I ended up finding a way, to help my team win. But that was a great all-out team performance as well, And UTA, they didn't want to quit either. That's what made that game so fun. Like, we didn't want to quit, they didn't want to quit, but both teams left gaps for the other team to win the game, at every given point. So we found a way at the end, and yeah, that was extremely fun. That was actually my first time winning at UTA in my career. We never swept at Lafayette. We did that. I mean, Louisiana. We never swept the Louisiana trip or swept Lafayette, but we did that. So we swept the Louisiana trip both times. That was my first time we did that in my career. We swept the Georgia schools, even though it was a home weekend, but that was the first time we did that. I mean, that was pretty much it for the things that we did for the first time this year. But I mean, that was big for us. And we won, even though we swept Louisiana, we never won at Louisiana. So we never won at Lafayette. So that was the first time we won at Lafayette this year as well. So I mean, that was exciting. And we got hyped. The thing about us, why I was so excited about this team and, thought we had so much potential, like, we got hot at the right time. We started our conference 1-4. So from then on, from 1-4 on, we were like in win now mode. Like man, like we gotta win. Like if we lose this game, we might not even make the conference tournament. So we went in win now mode the whole month of January, most of February. We probably lost 3 games in both of those months. So we worked the whole month of February, whole month of January, whole month of February. And, well, we started off March. We lost to South Alabama in a good game. Well, I played terrible, and we still almost won the game. And then we jumped back and, we handled the first round of the quarterfinals of the conference tournament, our first game in the conference tournament. So I felt like we were in a good place. And we were in a good place. We were playing hard, and we trusted each other too as a team. So I mean, this was a good team that didn't get to finish the job, but I mean, it probably, like, all said and done, look back at it, man, we probably were one of the better teams to play at Texas State. I mean, we didn't get to finish our season, so it's nowhere to put an actual kind of got an asterisk by it. But we probably could have been one of the better teams.
So, Nijal, obviously we're all kind of in a situation where we can't go anywhere and do whatever we want. How are things with the family and your new baby, Nola?
Man, she's doing well, man. Family's doing well. We actually we just came back from Beaumont. We went to Beaumont. Let my mom spend some time with Nova, and but everything's well. We're quarantined. We're watching TV all day, staying up late with Nova. She don't like to sleep as much at night, so we staying up late with her right now. And everything's fun, man. It's a blessing in disguise because I get to spend all this time with my daughter and with my family. So it's cool. Yeah, can't complain. It's a blessing. Thank God. Yeah. Before we go, I got my all-time leading scorer ball at home with me, so I show that. And
Oh
then
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I got my ball right here, and then I got my it's the right way. Yeah. So this was the ball at Monroe when I scored the point. It's the same ball from Monroe actually.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it's the game ball we played in at Monroe. We got the ball. It was hard to get though. They didn't because how the game ended, like had to just kind of snatch the ball up real quick and just get out of there. But Coach House, he already gave them another ball. So he gave them a brand new ball and told them, we're going to take the ball after the game. But the game ended real controversial. So we had to really just take it and get up out of there. And then I got the poster they made for me, so that was cool too, you know what I'm saying? I keep all that. If I was at my mom's house and you would have called, man, she got a whole shrine set up for me, so that would have been cool. I got everything I got to text that. They even have some of my stuff from high school in there. So maybe next time we do it, I have my own stuff all set up at my house, and then I'll be able to show you a little bit better, a little bit more things.
Hey, yeah, and that trophy room, it's not going to stop growing. You got a lot of basketball left in you, and we can't wait to see it, man.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for the time, Nigel.
All right, man. Later.